Well, let's say something that is usually not said about Prime Minister Netanyahu. Although he's hawkish, conservative, and not very courageous on trying to achieve peace, he's actually rather aversive to extensive use of violence. His years in government have been rather peaceful. We did not see a breakthrough to peace, but he's not trigger happy. He's not enjoying getting into unnecessary wars, unlike some previous Israeli leaders. So what you see so far is actually that while Mr. Abbas and Mr. Netanyahu were not successful in reaching peace, they are both each in his own way trying to contain this event and actually to prevent escalation. And yet the situation is very explosive, and any rocket that will hit southern Israel and cause some casualties can cause deterioration because it's very, very explosive, very, very sensitive. But the different parties do not want escalation tonight.
It looks as if there's an interesting cabinet split. Some members talking of building up the settlements, naming them after the young teenagers, and Tzipi Livni in particular warning against this.
Absolutely. The extreme right in Israel, represented in the government, actually is calling for extreme actions of all sorts. So far, the moderates in the cabinet, led by Prime Minister Netanyahu, and actually under the influence of the military, which is a very moderating factor, have been able to stop it. Again, we do not know what tomorrow holds. But so far, actually throughout these 2.5 weeks of this tragedy, this horrible tragedy, you've seen, mainly on the Israeli side, but also on the Palestinian Authority side, actually rather responsible behavior facing with this ghastly violence.
Do you think, and of course Israel, like any nation, closes ranks when its young are killed, but do you think it will be able to respond to this as a crime, if it knows who the perpetrators are or who it thinks they are, just to try them?
Look, there's always a battle for the soul of Israel. First of all, there was something very impressive about the kind of combination of solidarity within Israel and, again, a relatively restrained and responsible government policy so far. But definitely the rage and the anger and the pain of the day are challenging the government and cabinet. And anything, and this is a very sensitive moment, anything can go wrong in this kind of situation. I would like to point out that one of the things that make the situation so dangerous is that we've had the collapse of the peace negotiations a few months ago, and actually nothing filled the vacuum. It is very dangerous in the Middle East altogether, and definitely in Israel-Palestine, not to have an organizing principle, not to have some stabilizing concept. Right now, again, specifically the parties, the leaders on both sides have been acting responsibly, but the fact that we do not have a political process, that nothing replaced the wish to have a final status agreement immediately, this creates a very dangerous situation, and we might survive this event, but the next one might actually really cause major escalation.
Ari Shavit, thank you very much indeed.